My story until now starts from high school. I can say that because I went to a high school where French was offered, and I did French for 4 years. During that time, when we were learning French, we learned more about France, Canada, about other countries out of what I was used to. And from there, I developed a liking of traveling. So when I was done with high school, I wanted to do something on traveling, tours and travel. So by the time I was done with school, I had not so much option to do so much because there was no money after that. I had to work. Yeah, I got my first job, but a sports club where I was being paid 4,500 Kenya shillings per month. I saved all that money for a whole year. Then I started school. Yes, I went to a college in Nairobi where I did tours and traveling course in diploma. After that, I did some attachment in Tanzania. Then after that, I came back to Kenya. And then I got another job where I was working as a cashier. I was earning 7,000, yes. While I was working there, I was not comfortable. All I wanted was to get out. Yeah, I did not want to settle, you know. So then one time I went to Ngong Road, that the famous lady who takes people to Dubai. This time, this is 2008, many Kenyans were going to Dubai at this time. And when I went there, she told me, she looked at me and we talked, and she said, with my teeth, yeah, I don't know. I cannot get job in Dubai unless I fix them. And I was broke, coming from a single mother who was self-employed and working hand to mouth. So I couldn't afford fixing my teeth or anything like that. So then that my dream of going to Dubai died like that. I stopped it. So then I started again. I was searching online and just checking anything that could help me. So I registered on Au Pair online. I was interested in if I could go to other countries as an au pair in Europe or outside of Europe. So then I applied. I met an agent in Nairobi who was she was taking people to Europe through au pair, and she told me to go and learn German language until A2 level and do exams. So I just did that. I went to Goethe Institute, learned German until A2 level, and then I passed the exams as well. And when I came back with my paper, she told me to look for 80,000 fee for her processing fee. And I swear I did not have that money. I was not making enough like that. So also this dream died, but I kept trying online, checking if I could get family who could do it for me, but it was not easy. So then I lost hope, and things were just getting tough for me. But back of my mind, all I wanted was to get out. I knew that I was getting these jobs that I was paying. I was being paid money that could not make me settle, and also I was not ready to settle. I can say that I started looking online and checking a lot. So then I said, okay, maybe I can just go into a dating line. Dating. I had a friend. We lived close, and she had information about this. She told me there is a site called Afrointroduction. If I can register my profile there and just try out. So then I did, and yeah, it was quite interesting. Online dating is not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted. It takes a lot of time. It really takes a lot of time. You're going to meet people who are scammers, people who are just lonely. They want people to chat with. You're going to meet people who are also just there because they don't know what they're looking for. So I this first profile I created, I chatted for like a whole year. There was nothing happening. So then I lost interest. I deleted that profile. Then I moved to Malindi. I had a friend there who was telling me I can go to Malindi, I can get job there in the hotels, or I can, you know, find a way. Then I moved to Malindi, and this time I studied Italian language because they Malindi is famous for Italian tourists. So then I did Italian language for 3 months. So by this time I had learned French, I had learned German language. Now I have also learned Italian. So I have all these languages, and now I am even more eager. I want to get out. So when I moved to Malindi, I met quite some people, nice people, but things were not working like I wanted. I don't know what I wanted. I wanted to leave Kenya. I could go by the beach and just manifest what I wanted. Could talk to the sea. I could talk to the ocean and tell my ancestors what I wanted. And then I got bored after living in Malindi for 2 years. I moved back to Nairobi, and one time I was doing nothing. I was just there, just figuring out, waiting on God, waiting on God, because I told God I've done everything leading to my path. So I want you to direct me to my way. So God did that. So for uh before I had been on Afrointroduction, I started with my profile on 209. So this time is 2012. No, it's 2013. Yeah. So I created another profile. I was just relaxed. I had bought a laptop, and there was a nearby cyber cafe. So I had a Wi-Fi password there from there, and I was just when I was at my mom workplace, I would just log in and see. Then I decided I can try again, go back to Afro. My mind was always on Afro introduction. I don't know why. I knew it was going to be the breakthrough for me. After trying everything, trying au pair, trying jobs in Dubai, trying looking for nanny jobs, I had obstacles that was not allowing me to succeed to what I was looking. But now I sit back and I say, maybe that was not my path. God had another path for me, and He was blocking those windows to open the main door for me. So when I went back to Afro Introduction, I created a profile, and this was after 2 weeks. I got an inbox. I got a message, yeah. And then I checked on this profile, and it was just saying, "Hi, how are you doing? I'm interested in you. I would like to get to know more about you." Then I checked on the profile, and it had no photos, nothing on it. So I did not respond. I don't know. Yeah, because after you have been on this dating site for so long, you just you meet with so many scammers, so many people who are not serious. It's like you lose interest. So I did. So then after another few days, I get a same message from this profile telling me, "Why are you ignoring my messages?" Then I wrote back, "Because your profile is not serious, and I am tired of scammers here." Then I said, "How do you want me to prove I'm real?" I said, "We can Skype." And then he said, "Okay." Then we scheduled Skyping, and then we Skyped, and I saw him. He was such an handsome young man. Told me he lived in Norway, and he was looking for somebody for marriage, and he is quite interested in me. Then I said, "Okay, how will I prove you're real?" He said, "I can come." I said, "Wow, that was so soon." He said, "He has no problem, he can come." So this was in April, and then he came in June, early June, and we met. I went to the airport, picked him, and he was there. So lovely, handsome man, yeah. So young, he was 33 years. By then, I was 26 years. And we got to know each other, love at first sight. He loved what he saw, I loved what I saw. And he went back home, he went to work. He worked for the 2 weeks he normally works for, then he came back. And then he traveled to Kenya again to come and meet me in August, and we stayed. This time we stayed long. We stayed for almost 1 month, And I knew by then that I had met the right person for me. And then after that, we had a long distance relationship for quite some months. Then the following year, he came back and he proposed to me, went on his knees and asked my hand in marriage. And then we got engaged. I said yes. He met my family. They liked him. He liked my family. And from there, we started arranging for our wedding. And our wedding took place in 2015, 8th of August, in Panari Hotel. And it was such a beautiful wedding. Then after that, I was to move to Norway, but there was a problem, Again, my obstacles are coming here, but now I can call this a beautiful obstacle because through this, something really came out that so nice that I appreciate today. So, initially, my husband wanted I could apply for a visa to Norway so I could come and see his home where he live and meet his friends and the extended large family because his close family were at our wedding. The parents and brothers came to Nairobi to our wedding. So I applied for a visa and I was denied. The visa came back saying that I had no enough reasons that I will come back to Kenya after visiting. Yeah, so I was denied visa. After that, I told him that I did not get visa. He was not disappointed. He said, "Oh, we can find another way." So he started checking on Facebook groups, and there is a group for Norwegians who live in Sweden because in Norway the waiting time, family reunification visa takes a lot of time. It takes that time it was taking 18 months of waiting. Now I don't know, probably it's even more high or still the same because many people have been waiting and complaining. So then he said he has another route. He could move to Sweden and register as a resident there. Then he could invite me to Sweden as a European family member. And I was so skeptical. I was wondering if I will make it or I'm going to be disappointed again as I have been before. Then I applied for Swedish visa. And by this time, I had so many refusal on my passport. Before I had applied for Australian visa, I was denied. I had applied for Italian visa, I was denied. Now I had also applied for Norwegian visa, I was denied. So I had visa refusal. So now I am applying for visa to Sweden. So I had no hope. I was telling him we can just apply for the 18 months and just wait. And he said, no, I know people who have done this and they have succeeded, and we will. So then he persuaded me to take my documents to the visa center at Westland so I can process this. So then I went there, took my passport and registered, and this was a month after I was denied Norwegian visa. Then I paid for it, and then I came back. And when I came, I was told that the visa I applied for was actually free. So the money I had paid was transferred back to my account. It's a visa of a European member family. If you are a European member, like for example, if you are like a German and you are living in Sweden, so you are a European, you're living there as a European, and if you're inviting somebody from another outside of Europe, so that is your family member. So this visa is it's that type of visa. So that is the visa we applied, and this visa came after 3 days. It was so quick. I was so happy. I did cry a lot. I was so happy, and I just knew everything that has been. I have been failing. I was failing because that was not my path. God had a different path for me. God wanted me somewhere else. So even my refusal visa to Norway opened the door for me to move to Sweden. And as you have watched my other video, that I managed to make a retirement home for my mom in 2 years in Sweden. That is true. I can see on the comments some people are saying it's not possible to do that. It was possible. It was possible for me because after I moved to Sweden, we had no children. I had all the time in the world, and all I wanted was to work. So when I reached to Sweden, I was given a 3 months visit visa, and this visa, while I was waiting, then I applied for a residence permit. While I was waiting for that, I started doing jobs like babysitting. I had created a profile on Facebook looking for babysitting jobs, cleaning homes. I wanted to work. I did not want to depend on somebody. I wanted my husband to see that I was trying. So even if he was going to support me, I had something, so it was just adding on top of what I had, you know. So I started working, and like I said on the previous video, I met with a Nigerian lady who just came to me while I was just walking on the street and said hi to me. She introduced me to some Kenyans who also introduced me to work, because sometimes it's not easy to get job here. It can take time. There are jobs, yes, but to get a job, sometimes you need to know people, and they had work there, so they knew everybody there. And when they told the boss told them, tell her to call me. Then I called and I told her, but I want job, but I haven't gotten a residence permit yet, so I'm still not allowed to work legally. So she said, if you get it, just come and start. And after 3 months, before my visiting visa expired, I got a 5 year residence permit to Sweden, and I started working. I used to work. I work a lot. And I was working on weekends too. And weekends, if you're working here in Europe, you get double paid. For example, if you are being paid, this is just an example, if you're being paid like $15 per hour, so that will be $30 per hour, because weekends are for resting, but you're using that time to work. So I work all weekends. I was working. I was young, energetic. I had no children. I had nothing preventing me to do anything. So I worked and worked and worked, and I saved all that money and started building mommy's dream home. Which, yes, it took 2 years. Good thing my husband paid for the land, and then we started buying materials slowly, slowly. So yes, that's my Afro introduction story, and this is my story how I met my lovely husband. Now soon we are celebrating 10 years of marriage in August. We have two beautiful children, and I'm just so lucky I'm here. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe. I have so much to tell. I have so much to share. Like, let's get to know each other. This is me. This is Judy. I'm from Kenya. Adventures of Judy. And thank you so much for you who have subscribed. I'm so happy. I started this YouTube channel just for showing where I live in Norway, and it has taken a turn. It has grown so quickly, and like I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is my story, and let's share in the comments if you've been on a dating site. How was it? How did it go? And also, I will be sharing so much stories about Norway, life in Sweden, how you can work in Sweden. But just disclaimer, I don't have any connection of bringing anybody to Europe. I do not know any agent to bring anybody. This is just my story I'm sharing with you. And you can also share about your story on the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet on the next video. I will be showing you Norway and how it looks like, how it looks to live in the countryside of Norway. Thank you so much. This is Adventures of Judy. See you on the next video. Bye.